Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Florida Gators, taking on another SEC rival, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gators will kick it away first. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So LSU's return team will have that offense backed up. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Leaves it with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
LSU quick to the line. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. He just terrorized his quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Florida's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the ground, he's got it again. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. The Tigers headed quickly to the line.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry. They all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
He's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Sanders. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And to have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Now on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run play action. Looking to take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Florida. What a catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. He'll take it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Calls his own number. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish. Doing a good job.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Feeling some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. You have field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on, this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
And on 2nd down for this offense. Looking for space, it's Mars. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. A 1st down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Here comes the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wiggins. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free 1st down and some yardage. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They want to run it left here. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Looks as if he's going to run it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
They'll try the right side. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. With jet sweep pass. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Into the house. Touchdown, Gators! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll bring it out. It's Gore. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this field.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
On second down, looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
On third down, going up top. They'll run the screen. They fire. But what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Now, that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out, you generally always account for the middle linebacker. There's no reason to let him run clean like that.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To the air on 1st down. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Run it with the fullback. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes...
And he's running in the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Give to the back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Just going to keep it after the snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost to you.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll take a deep shot here. It's complete. Touchdown, Florida. And the beatdown has ensued.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Give to the single back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42 Spider.
He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Gators will line up to punt it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Line gets set, first down.
Easy.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll try to do it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. Touchdown, Gators! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And he tacks on the extra point. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Get set. Flip it.
He's going to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man. And he's wrestled to the ground.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a game, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Quick completion on the out route. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. 3rd down, find your best matchup because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, keep the drive moving.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They're going to throw it again. Makes the grab. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, LSU! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going. Maybe you can do it.
The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Carmen.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. On the option. Now the pitch. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. No good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. And they got him for the sack.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the big fella. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
First and goal, Florida.
On the ready.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.